This is an update to a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, a very special one I made that will generate tons and tons of bingo cards, however many you want, using clues you provide. And you can even use it to score them. Now, if you use this, you should know it does use a little bit of code. It uses VBA. It's perfectly safe, but that means you'll have to enable the code up here. There'll be a little warning. And if you want to see the code for yourself, you can press Alt plus F11. And that will take you to the VBA editor, and you can see here's the code. It's actually not that much, nor is it super complicated, and then a little bit with a form that's new in this version just to make it easier to make the boards. So there's templates allowing you to make a bingo board anywhere from a 3x3 grid all the way up to a 9x9 grid. And if you want more than that, it's possible to do. I can add some more, but this seemed big enough. You should know that to launch this, you go to the list worksheet, and this is where you put the clues you want to show up on the boards. This is optional to put the answers. And let's just press this button and you'll see how it works. So if I press generate bingo cards, you choose the size of the board you want. That'll dictate the template. So let's say we were to want the 5x5 grid. We want a bingo board that's 5x5, and we can generate however many boards we want. Let's say I wanted to generate 10 boards. I would make that 10. This is a change that people have been asking for, the free space. Some people like it, some don't. So if you uncheck this, that will make it a clue, and if you check this, that will make it a free space. Enforce clue column. So on the list here, and this part's new if you've used this before, there's a new column here, H, so you can force certain clues to be certain columns. So like in traditional bingo, you would go 1 through 15 would be in column 1 or B. 16 through 30 would be in column 2 or I, etc. And if you do that, watch what happens when I uncheck this. If I don't enforce clue columns, the clues could be from anywhere. It's just randomly seeding the entire board. If I enforce clue column, only 1 through 15 are showing up in column B, only 16 through 30, etc. And these will, of course, be the words that you use on your list. Now, a lot of people want to customize the bingo board. Maybe it's for the game. Maybe it's for a baby shower, or maybe it's for a company, or maybe just because this is a hobby. You can change this in any way you want. You can, for example, insert pictures. Some of these templates already have some cheesy pictures here. You can change the fonts, lots of different things you can do. You can even insert columns and rows, but if you do insert a row or a column, I do want you to do the following. This where it says row number first clue, adding this, push this down to where the first clue here is in row 4 and column 1. So I'm going to change this to row 4 and column 1. Now we push the button and the magic happens. What it's going to do is it's going to take this bingo template and it's going to use that and copy over 10 different versions of this bingo game to a brand new spreadsheet. So that's what we're looking at now. These were the 10 random spreadsheets that were, oops, sorry, I got a button, just ignore that. These are the different boards that were generated. And you can see how they are all different. And if you go to the list, this is kind of a neat feature. But by the way, if you change any fonts or pictures or anything, they would show up in every template. So you change it one place and it automatically goes to all the boards. That's a nice thing. If you go to the list here, it has the 10 boards and it's actually scoring the 10 boards for you. So if you want to use this to actually do the drawing of the bingo, now there's a lot of clues here in the example, but I have it do this little yellow thing. So you pick a clue by just doing that, and that means that's drawn. And then let's say I look for the yellow again. I'm just going to put anything in there, and you just keep doing that, and you're going to draw the numbers. Like so. Let's just do 1 or 2 more. Well, that's good enough. But it tells you how close each board is to winning. So we have 10 boards. This tells you how close they are, meaning the most they have in a row. And this tells you if they've gotten a bingo. So I can see they all have at least one because we had the free space on. And 7 and 8 both have 2. In fact, if I go to board 7, you can see there's 2. And if I go to board 8, you can see that that there are 2. So it's a pretty clever way to generate a bunch of boards without having to try that hard. Just a neat little generic Excel thing. If you hold down Control while you click the tabs, now you can print all of those worksheets at once. So if I do print, it will generate all of them at once. And I can see right now it's running over into a second page, so I may go back on the template and so if I go back to the original sheet here and I go to template 5, I'm in page break view. If I do this now, it'll only take one. Whatever video this is, I'm going to put it so it shows up here, a link in case you need to hear from me again. So I think that's everything. Let me know if you have any questions. This is my name, prerequisite name on YouTube, and hopefully this is useful to some people out there. I had a lot of people asking me about these changes.